Hello Choppers! Welcome once again to my channel. This is Sir Job and welcome to Sir Job TV. Para sa lahat po ng mga new explorers, tsaka newly discovered pa lang po sa aking channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for you to be updated with my future videos. So I already discussed to you the topics in General Filipino Values last week. So hindi po natin na ipagpatuloy because nagkaroon po ako ng konting problema when it comes to my health concerns. So medyo matagal po na hindi po ako nakapag-upload ng video sa aking YouTube channel. Pero ngayon, medyo kaya ko nang mag-deliver. So, ibalik na po natin ang ating discussion here sa aking YouTube channel. So, ang ating discussion for this morning will talk about use of euphemisms, pakikisama, hiya or shame, paggalang, pakikialam. Welcome to my video number 91. So good morning once again, Golden Jobbers. So today is March 2, 2021 and today is Tuesday. So supposedly po, bubuksan ko po ang discussion ko yesterday pero hindi ko po kaya talaga. So ngayon po, medyo naging okay na po ang ating pakiramdam. Kaya ko na pong ma-deliver sa inyo ang ating discussion for this morning. So sisimulan na naman po natin ang new edition ng ating discussion here sa aking YouTube channel. So kung napapansin niyo po ang introduction, Golden Jobbers na po, ibalik po natin siya sa ating Golden Jobbers. Originally po natin itong ginamit noon na pinalitan ko ng Golden Jobbergs pero gusto kong ibalik siya talaga sa Golden Jobbers para ganun pa rin yung definition niya. Golden Jobbers, people with golden hearts pa rin yan. So ganun pa rin po. So again, ang ating topic for this morning, still pag-uusapan pa rin natin ang mga iba't ibang General Filipino Values. So na-discuss ko na po sa inyo ang first 5 sa video number 90 ng channel na ito. So ngayon, i-continue ko po sa inyo ang 6 to 10 discussion ng General Filipino Values. So ating pag-uusapan for this morning, first is, or number 6 in the list, is the value of use of euphemisms. Anong ibig sabihin nito? These are circumlocutory remarks to avoid frankness. So na-mention ko na po sa inyo before yung statement about frankness, okay? But pag sinabi natin euphemism, ito yung ugali ng mga Filipino para maiwasan natin ang statement or the concept of frankness in the first place. Example, use of expressions such as kwan, marahil, tila nga, siguro, baka nga, and pipilitin ko or susubukan ko instead of a direct no answer to a question given, okay? Which may hurt the feeling of another. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin use of euphemisms, ito yung ugali ng mga Filipino na pag tinanong siya ng isang tao, that actually the answer is yes or no lang naman. Pero mahirap sa ating sabihin sometimes ang salitang no because in a situation maybe yung nagtanong sa'yo is ang boss mo, for example. So that is why it's hard for you to say no for a given question. Or yung nagtanong sa'yo is mas nakakaangat when it comes to social stratification. So mahirap nating tanggihan. Or ibalik natin sa ating first discussion sa video number 90, yung utang na loob. Nagkautang na loob ka sa taong ito. That is why it's hard for you to say no for a given question. Correct? So ito po ang mga statement na kung saan, or ito po ang mga situations na kung saan nagkukontrol sa atin para ma-deliver ang salitang no or the answer which is no. Dapat in a given question. But I would like to correct that notion. Ito yung Filipino values. Pero sana gradually we could be able to get over from this particular value from this particular values no na hindi natin kaya magsalita ng no. If you cannot perform the task, if you cannot do the action, if you cannot go with the occasion wherein you are invited, just say no immediately. Para hindi na siya maghintay, para hindi na siya mag-expect for your presence at that particular point. Hoping that you would always have to remember that one. Okay? So, usually, ito talagang sinasabi, subukan ko, makapunta ko, subukan ko lang, pipilitin kong makaya ko sa aking time, ma-budget ko pa rin ang oras ko. But actually, in your mind, sinasabi talaga ng utak mo na hindi mo kayang pumunta sa invitation na yan, no? Basically, so, pero hindi natin kayang magsabi sometimes, kaya sinasabi na lang po natin na, susubukan ko, pipilitin ko, hanggang sa aking makakaya, pipilitin ko talaga. So, this is actually normal. So, yan ang tinatawag nating use of euphemisms. we cannot say directly what we want to say. So, instead of saying no, ang dami po nating sinasabi para hindi natin ba directly no ang ating answer. So, that's the use of euphemisms. The next one is we'll discuss about pakikisama. Ito isa din to sa mga ugali ng mga Filipino na magaling tayo makisama. Actually, sabi nila, this attitude is very important, especially when you are having a job already or nag-aaral ka pa ngayon or any circle with your existence or in the interaction, very important po ang concept ng pagkisama in the first place. Ano ibig sabihin nito? It refers to good public relations or the avoidance of open disagreement. Highlight natin, avoidance of open disagreement or conflict with others. To avoid na magkaroon ng argumentation, to avoid na magkaroon ng debate, to avoid na magkaroon ng conflict in general. So, ang isang tao po ay nagsasabi na lang ng always yes. Meaning to say, you will always have to agree with a statement given by the person. Usually, ang mga taong ito, marami po talaga silang friends. Kasi, ang tao po, mas maganda po kasing pakisamahan. Pag always lang po siyang yes, no, sa lahat ng mga statement, sa lahat ng mga binibigay mong idea, hindi siya nagdi-disagree with that particular situation. So, maganda po siyang kasama kasi hindi po nag-argue ang utak ninyo. But sometimes, it's good also na meron tayong kasama na nagdi-disagree with our statement. Pero accordingly, okay, when we are speaking of Filipino people, meron po talaga tayong value ng pakikisama. Especially when a certain Filipino went to other countries. Kunwari, nag-abroad ang isang Filipino. So, doon sa ibang bansa, because meron tayong konsepto kasi na pag hindi natin lugar, okay, binababa natin ang ating sarili. Even here in the country, even here in the Philippines, you could be able to observe that, na ang laki ng ang respeto natin sa ibang mga nationalities na pumapasok sa ating bansa. How much more if we are staying in other countries, right? So talagang mas lalo nating binababa ang ating mga sarili. So the value of pakikisama is best manifested in people na mga tinatawag nating mga OFWs. Talagang whatever the statement given, for example, ng kanilang amo, ng kanilang boss, automatically ang mga Filipino na nandoon, talagang they would have to agree with the statement given. So yun po ang konsepto ng pakikisama. Okay, pakikisama for national good is one thing among many Filipinos. Okay, ibig sabihin, para sa ikatatahimik ng lahat, okay, I'll go with you. Para wala nang maraming satsat, wala nang maraming away, wala nang maraming disagreements. Okay, sige, go. I have to go with your statement, something like that, no? Para wala nang satsat kung ano pa mangyayari. Before, kasi nasanay tayo, siguro I have to, kasi nung inanalyze ko po ang konsepto ng pakikisama, the development of this one maybe because of the long duration ng ating pagiging isang colonized ng iba't ibang grupo noon. Historically speaking talaga, no? Kasi you have no choice before, no? You are not allowed to say no during the colonization time. You are not allowed to say no. So siguro nasanay ang mga Filipino sa konseptong yan na hindi magdi-disagree with a given statement. So something like that. Kasi usually, pag ang observation ko here in our country, pag nag-disagree ka kasi sa statement, naging kontrabida ka. Okay? Parang masama ang tingin ng tao sa iyo if you are disagreeing with that particular concept, for example. Okay? Pero sana, there is a chance na ma-cure pa natin ang konseptong ito. If everybody is open-minded enough to listen to other people as well, na pag sinabi niya ito, may idea siya, so pakinggan mo, okay, at i-process mo ang ibig sabihin ng mga statement nila. Okay? Kaya lang dito sa atin, na konsepto, sometimes nagiging negative talaga yung konsepto ng pag-disagree mo with the concept given by the people. So, parang nalagay na rin sa mga utak ng mga Filipino na in order to culture peace in the country, in the people, in general, so I have to say yes for everything. But iba ako, I don't like to say yes all the time. May mga pagkakataon talaga na I have to disagree with you and I have to say no with the kind of statement that you are giving. I have to rectify something that you have said, especially when I feel like it's wrong. Hindi talaga ako nag-agree immediately. I don't care if people would hate me by that, but that's normal to me talaga na hindi ako usually nag-yes with a given statement coming from the people. Pinipili ko po yung mga idea na tinatanggap ko with myself because for me, it's a no-no din naman po na tanggapin natin lahat ng mga statement or we just have to simply agree with the statement given by people even if it's already wrong, no? Conceptually speaking, mali. Pero dahil sa konseptong pakikisama, you just have to say yes for that kasi ayaw mo ma-break ang friendship ninyo. No, that should be corrected po sa ating generation ngayon. Sana maintindihan. Now, we have to learn saying no with any questions or situations that we will be encountering as we go on with our interaction in the 21st century. Okay? So the next one is, let's discuss about hiya or shame. Ano ibig sabihin ng hiya or shame in the Filipino context? It refers to a painful emotion of being disgraced or losing one's face. Highlight natin, this is a painful emotion of being disgraced. Meaning to say, napahiya ka. This is the concept of the public humiliation. Kasi ang mga Filipino, meron talaga silang iniingatang prestige. Okay? Medyo maganda sa social media. Ito yung ugali kasi ng mga Filipino na I want to be famous, I want to be good in public figure, in social media, or whatsoever. Gusto ko na ang tingin ng tao sa akin maganda, the best. Okay? So, ganun ang konsepto. So, every time na nasisira yan, okay, nagkakaroon ng disgrace with a kind of image that you are protecting for the rest of your lives, okay, nagkakaroon ng konsepto ng public humiliation, kumbaga. Something like that. Okay? So, the Filipino is shame-oriented. Okay? Ayaw nating mapahiya. Okay, in the first place. That is, his major concern is social approval. Highlight natin ito. Okay, major concern is social approval. Meaning to say, ang Filipino po, commonly to us, we always have to think, gusto kaya ito ng tao? Gusto kaya ito ng mga manunood sa akin sa social media? Kung ipopost ko ito sa Facebook, marami kaya ang magla-like nito, maka-heart nito ng mga emoji, or may magko-comment kaya? Noon kasi, that's also my concept, na every time magpo-post ako sa Facebook, for example, or any social media account, I would always have to think na mga positive yung magiging komento ng tao. But nowadays, I realize already, no, that's not the point, no? Kung hindi nila magustuhan ang post ko, I'm sorry. Okay? But pinost ko yan for something or for some reason na gusto kong makapagbigay ng inspiration, gusto kong makapagbigay ng motivation. For example, kung may hindi man nagkagusto sa post na yan, I'm sorry to say that. Okay? Wag na nating i-develop yung kultura ng social approval. Meaning to say, kung ayaw ito ng social media, kung ayaw ito ng madlang people, kung ayaw ito ng mga tao, hindi mo rin gagawin. No! Do not be controlled by society. I'm always telling that one sa aking mga discussions sa UCSP. Do not allow that the society will shape your existence at the very first place. Huwag mong i-allow na ang tao ang maghuhulma sa'yo kung sino ka. You just have to show kung sino ka in the very first place. Because again, if you will not have to accept everything in yourself, then nobody also will accept you as a person. Ang acceptance kasi nagsisimula sa atin yan. So, kailangan tanggapin mo ang sarili mo, everything about your physical formation, then you wait because people will also appreciate and accept you of who you are. Something like that you always have to remember. Okay? So, meron talaga tayong social approval. The konsepto ng mga Filipino talaga na kailangan maganda ako sa social media, kailangan bongga ang lahat ng preparation. So, something like that. Bigyan ko ng mga example later. Acceptance by the group. No? Kailangan tanggapin ako ng grupo. Sense of belongingness. I cannot survive without any people. Ito din yung pinaka-mistake natin because we are always relying with our friends, with the groups that surrounds us. I mean, we cannot survive without any friends or circle that we have. Ako, I don't care if wala akong masyadong kaibigan kasi hindi naman talaga ako friendly na talagang usual nag-get along with friends or whatever. May mga kaibigan ako pero hindi ganun talaga na always kaming nagmi-meet up, for example. So something like that na kino-culture ko sa aking sarili. But usually sa mga Filipino, we want sense of belongingness. Meaning to say, kailangan meron akong group na kinabibilangan. Kaya yung mga fraternities, yung mga iba't ibang grupo dito sa ating bansa, talagang nadidevelop siya because commonly of the Filipinos, we want to belong or we want to be part of a certain group. Yan ang konsepto ng mga Filipinos talaga. And belonging to the group. So yun ang in-explain ko sa inyo kanina. So highlight natin, major concern is social approval, acceptance by the group, and belonging to the group. Yan ang konsepto ng pagiging isang Filipino. Meron talaga tayong ganyang idea, okay? So one observable example na ibibigay ko sa inyo talking about hiya or shame is the concept of fiesta, okay? Kasi common sa mga Filipino, lahat ng portion sa buong mundo, meron talagang celebration ng fiesta. Before, I think mga 10 years ago for example, napakayaman mo. Meaning to say, may progressive ka na business, may mga connections ka with the other people. Then one day, biglang bumagsak ang business mo, biglang bumagsak ang situation mo sa life, or the economic status that you have before, biglang bumagsak. So because of hiya or shame, as a concept ng mga Filipino, ngayon, because nasanay ang mga tao na every fiesta is bongga talaga ang celebration ng pamilya ninyo, so ang tendency, sa aking binigay na example, mangungutang po siya ng pera talaga in order to celebrate fiesta. Kasi long time ago, eto po ang nakasanayan ng mga tao sa kanya. Okay? This is how we are going to apply the hiya or shame. Meaning to say, ang hirap sa ating i-inform sa buong mundo na long time ago mayaman kami pero ngayon naghihirap na po kami. This is the concept of hiya or shame. Ang hirap sa mga Filipinong aminin sa kanilang mga friends, sa any other comrades or any people that surrounds them na bumagsak na po ang kanilang economic status. That's how difficult for us to accept na sana baguhin po natin as a Filipino. Yan ang dapat nating baguhin. Kung bumagsak ang economic status mo, you have to tell the people na gano'n na ang status ng pamilya ninyo. Huwag kang magpanggap na still mayaman pa rin kayo at may pera even if yung pinanghanda mo sa fiesta is inutang mo, na wala na yung konsepto ng fiesta sa puntong yan because yung perang ginamit mo is inutang mo na siya. So ganun. I also have this kind of attitude sometimes na gusto kong i-break na ngayon. Paunti-unti ko na siya tatanggalin kasi it's a negative talaga. Yung magpanggap tayo because we want to culture the prestige na tingin ng tao sa atin ganyan. So, this is the concept of hiya or shame, okay? Ng mga Filipino, ayaw nating masira ang image natin sa tao. Okay, basically, even if behind that particular curtain, naghihirap na po, grabe na po ang mga sufferings at sakripisyong ginawa mo just to still celebrate fiesta, for example, yung binigay ko kanina sa inyo. So that's how. So number 9 is what we call Paggalang. Isa din to sa mga Filipino values na common here in our country. When we speak of Paggalang, it is respect toward elders and superiors. Elders or superiors, yung mga nakakatanda po sa ating society, yung nakatatanda po sa ating mga pamilya, or if you are working right now, sila po ang mga supervisors, sila po ang mga bosses ng particular company or whatever job that you have right now, okay? It is manifested in the use of po and opo when talking with elder people. Okay? Commonly noon, eto po talaga ay ginagamit ng mga Filipino, yung po, the concept of po and opo. Pero ngayon, as you observe in the status quo, I'm not sure with the people of Luzon kung ginagamit pa rin nila ito or ina-apply pa rin nila ito, but hopefully meron pa rin. Kasi long before, ito po talaga ang manifestation ng mga Filipino. Meron po tayong konsepto ng po at saka opo, especially when we are talking with people who are older than us. Ito po ang konsepto natin, yung paggalang, pagiging respectful. Actually, ang mga Filipino, respectful naman po tayo. Meron nga tayong konsepto na talagang nagbabaw tayo when we saw foreigner, for example, na pumapasok sa ating bansa, or as I said sa aking statement kanina, when we go to other country, mas lalong tataas po ang ating respect to the other nationalities na mai-encounter natin, no? Binabagsak natin ang ating sarili. Talagang napakataas ng respect natin. Pero if we come to analyze the situation, medyo sometimes pag na-observe ko ngayon sa society, nagiging isa na lang po itong pakitang tao. Okay? The concept of I just have to show my respect kasi may mga taong nakapanood sa akin or may mga taong tumitingin sa akin. But behind that, hindi natin na-apply talaga ang essence ng paggalang or respect as a concept. Okay? Kasi ang respect po should not be treated or should not be manifested yung pagmano natin, no, sa mga nakakatanda, but through our actions also, no? Through our connections, through our interactions with people, yung respeto natin na, for example, nagsa-study yung classmate mo, no? And then you are also singing very loudly dyan sa gilid. That's not a form of paggalang at the end of the day. Okay? Yung teacher mo nagdi-discuss, pero kayong dalawa ng classmates mo or tatlo, nag-uusap kayo ng iba't ibang topic. That's not paggalang at the end of the day. So, if we are going to analyze, hindi lang po siya nakakonect doon sa konsepto ng po at saka opo. Okay? But we always have to manifest paggalang, okay, sa ating interaction, no? The way we deal with people, that's very important. Yan ang konsepto talaga ng paggalang, okay, or respect. But at the end of the day, when we are speaking of the Filipino people, dito po natin nakikita yung manifestation niya sa po at opo concept ng mga Filipino. But actually, in other schools, like for example, in Agusa National High School, meron talaga silang konsepto na nagmamano sila sa kanilang mga teacher. Kasi when I had that experience for the first time, parang nagulat po ako kasi I'm too young para uh, maka-experience ng ganung situation, pero that's the culture of the students pala dyan. So doon lang ako na-aware na ganun pala talaga ang konsepto nila. So may mga situation din ganyan, no, na that's a culture for that particular group of people. So paggalang, okay, so it's the manifestation of po at saka opo here in our country or in general Filipino values as a concept. Okay, let's move now to number 10. We have pakikialam. Isa din po ito sa manifested na behavior or attitude ng mga Filipino, pakikialam. Okay, ano ibig sabihin ng pakikialam? This refers to the tendency of the elders and superiors, okay, to be officious or to meddle in the business of their children and subordinates kung nagtatrabaho ka. Sometimes under the pretext of guidance and wisdom. Meron tayong konsepto dito na yung mga older people, talagang meron silang tendency to ask, to middle, or parang gusto nilang manghimasok sa mga mundo ng mga teenagers, talking about the millennials for example, or the Generation Z. The Gen Z for example, meron talagang konsepto ang mga Filipino na pag dumaan ka na sa level na yan for example, okay, meron talagang konsepto or initiative na nade-develop sa isang Filipino na gusto kong manghimasok, gusto kong makialam. Unlike with the other country, they allow that these teenagers to work for their lives, to enjoy kung ano man ang gusto nilang gawin sa kanilang buhay. Okay? But dito sa Philippines, talagang meron talagang concept na kapag older ka na sa mga grupong ito, meron ka talagang tendency manghimasok, okay? With the excuse, okay, telling to the public, dumaan ako sa ganito, malayo pa, kayo patungo pa lang kayo, ako pabalik na ko. So I have the right na manghimasok sa situation na ito kasi I have my wisdom already with this kind of situation. So something like that na ginagawa ng ating mga older people here in the country, may mga konsepto ng pakikialam. Okay, yan ang konsepto natin. Or in the job that you are working, may mga boss or may mga superiors tayo na talaga nanghihimasok sa mga group of teachers na ito, okay, group of call center agents na ito, may mga tao talaga na or may mga supervisors na nanghihimasok. I am not against, no, pag for example, you are working tapos yung supervisor mo nang himasok sa situation na yan, I am not against kung ito ay job related. Pero if this is outside from the job that I'm working, wala ka na pong karapatan. I should have to say, no? The personal life of the person, wala ka na pong karapatang makialam. Even if you are my supervisor, for example, wala kang pakialam na pasukin ang aking personal life. Your concern only is to teach me or to guide me, okay, sa trabaho. Kung meron man po akong hindi masyadong nagawa or may kakulangan man po ako with this particular portion sa aking work, so that's the time you have to intervene, okay? Because let's correct also this notion. Nagiging tama ito sa tingin ng marami because this is usual thing na nangyayari sa bansa. But if we come to analyze the situation, itong pakikialam is actually unnecessary, okay? Because we limit Okay? Or we control the opportunity of this young generation to develop themselves. Kasi nagiging sobra po ang guidance na ibinibigay sa kanila ng mga older people. Pumapasok po sila, meaning to say, they are shaping these young generations as to the traditional way kung ano yung naranasan nila before. We have to correct that mindset. Bago na po ang system ngayon. Iba na po ang generation ngayon. This is a new world. This is a new society in the first place. Okay? So you cannot apply anymore everything that you had been experienced noon sa mundo ninyo. Kasi usually, ito nangyayari sa atin dito sa Pilipinas. Kami noon, ito kami. Yung mga babae noon, ito ang mga babae noon. Pues, hindi na po yan pwedeng mangyari ngayon. And it's not applicable anymore sa society kinabibilangan ng ating generation ngayon. So sometimes there's also disadvantage with the concept of this pakikialam coming from the older people. But nangyayari po ito sa Pilipinas. And this is common to all Filipinos around the country and even outside Philippines. Meron talaga tayong konsepto. So ang ating diniscuss for this morning is all about the use of euphemisms, pakikisama, hiya or shame, paggalang, at pakikialam. So that would be all for this morning. I hope you learned something from this video and I hope that you will share this video to your friends and to anybody else that you think na ngailangan ng video na ito. Asahan niyo po that Sir Job TV will continue to discuss more meaningful discussions, especially in the world of social sciences. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!